Good day everyone, this is SETRO and you're welcome to SETRO Crafts channel. In case you're just joining us, please don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell. I was just live on Facebook some minutes ago, so this video is coming to you unedited. Please don't mind whatever things are there, it's just live on Facebook. So if you're not following us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook at SETRO Fashion School. Our Twitter handle is SETRO Fashion, on Instagram SETRO Fashion, and gang. If you know me, you know I like saying gang. What's happening? It's happening live in Lagos Fashion Week, October 16th to 18th. SETRO Craft channel is part of the partners of this program, so it's an avenue for you to showcase your fashion wares. Let's get started. What are we doing today? We are doing this Shaku Shaku sleeve. Can you see it? I don't know how to do shakara. Shaku Shaku sleeve princess cut pencil dress. Some person's last video they said you should have cut it for us from the start. That's what I'm doing today. Princess cut pencil dress. So let's get started. It's as easy as A, F, B, and C. So what are you going to do? Your princess cut is very easy. You just know that this is your origin. I'm going to be cutting on this white paper to make it so clear for you. But if you are cutting on your fabric, you know your fabric will be on fold this way. So this folded end, you start taking your measurement from there. So you take your measurement as you have it from the shoulder to the nipple or bust points is 10 inches. So I'll be adding ½ inch for this joining on the shoulder point. Then you take your underburst measurement, it's 14. Then the half length is 18. Then the hips location, it's between 25 inches and 27 inches. That's where you take the hips line. That's where you take the hips measurement. And for the dress length, I'll be using 44, as you've seen. So with this, we get started. We rule out these lines. This is the bust line. You rule it out. This is the underburst line. You write it B for the burst line. Underburst, underburst. Then you have your waist or half length. Then you have your hips line. And of course, this is the underburst B, this is the waistline, this is the hips line, then this is the dress length. So what do? It's as easy as A and B and C. You just get your nipple to nipple measurement. They call it a cross bust. This is it here. This is 8. Have you seen it? So 8, the fabric is on fold. 8 divided by 2, that will give you 4. But because of the nipple points, to be accurate, you make it 4¼ inches. That ¼ inch will be for seam allowance. So you get this 4¼ inch across butt this way, down. Please do follow me. Remember I said this video is on editing, so just bear with us. Just want you to have it live. I'll be coming live. That's Lagos Fashion Week will be streamed live on our YouTube channel, 16th to 18th of October. So you see a lot of things there. Please try to follow us on Facebook. You get more updates. And in our subsequent videos, we bring you more updates. You see the banners and the likes. So you take this line across butt, this 4¼ inch, down to the hemline this way. Then you come to your shoulder. The shoulder is 15. That's, you divide the shoulder by 2. That's 7½ So you had ½ inch. I'm adding ½ inch for the seam allowance. So you cut the shoulder on 8. So if you don't know how to cut your shoulder or armhole perfectly, I have a video to that effect. You can watch it. So the round armhole is 18. Instead of cutting on 9, I'm going to cut on 8 vertically. So by the time you get your measurement, it will round up to that 18. So right now, what do? Having gotten this, you come right here to this armhole point, you get the half, that's 4 inch. Then you trace it to the nipple point. You curve it to the nipple point this way. You could use your curve tool to curve it, or anyhow you curve it. After curving it, it's so easy. You just come to the underbust position. You get your 2 inches this way. Just follow me. It's as easy as A and B and C. These 2 inches. So you use these 2 inches to curve this cup shape from the bust. So after curving it that way, you now go to your what? Your armhole this way. You get 1.5 inch. Can you see it? 1.5 inch. This for this. This is what will cause this place to be so grippy this way. As you have it, we're taking this dart here such that it will be grippy and to really form the cup shape. So you come here, 1.5 inches, then you curve down to the bust point. Never mind this, my cubby. So just like so, and you do an extension of 2 inches or plus here, such that when you're cutting, if you don't add this extension, your fabric will be short because you made some calculations, as in you've cut out some aspects. So you have to add that extension on the armhole point this way. So you come down to the waist length this way. You get your normal 2 inches again. Then you roll down. So what do you do right now? Achieving your princess dart trace is so easy. Right now you just trace this point down to the M line. You make sure that by the time you are getting to the M line, the dart is so minute this way. So you just trace down, you slant it. Have you seen it? It's just like that. And a quick word, I have to say this. Assuming this is a blouse top, this half length, you make sure that the front half length is like 2 inches in length longer than the back half length. If the back half length is 16, you make the front half length 18. Why? Because by the time you're through with cutting out the fabric, it will not remain the same again by the time you cut out. But when it's 18 inches, you'll be able to make up for the fall when you're joining together. Please do take note of that. So with this, you're good to go. There are 2 ways to cutting out this. If you want to cut your basic body's measurement from this right now, you just start and seeing your bust, and you had 4 inches. Just like that, you take your measurement parameters, you'll be adding 4 inches because of these 2 inches that was taken. But if not, you cut out, then I'll show you how to do it. So as easy as A and B, you see, just cut out this way. So you trace out the darts this way. So with this, you're good to go. But one thing you have to do is that you have to notch this point. You have to notch the bust points. Why are you notching? It's such that when you're joining your fabric, you know that this is the bust point. You notch it on this part of the front panel. You notch it here as well, such that if it's the fabric, I'll be able to notch. You notch here. You notch this part also, the underburst position on this part of the front panel. You also notch it here. It's not easy doing with this paper. You can easily do it on your fabric. Then you notch the waist point such that you know that this must be aligned to this. This must be aligned to this. And this must be aligned to this. Just like that. And you're good to go. So with this, what you have to do when you want to join your fabric from the waist position this way, you go in by ½ inch. You place it, you lap the fabric by ½ inch on the waistline this way. So having lapped by ½ inch on the waistline this way, ½ inch, make sure it's well aligned this way. So what do you do next? You just do what? You take your basic body's measurement. Let's say the bust is 38. 38 divided by 4. Front is on 2 fold, back is on 2 fold. That's 9. That's 9. So 9. Right now we're going to be adding 2 inches. 2 inches for seam allowance. Then you go to the underburst. The underburst is 32. That's 8. Yes. 8 divided by 4. You add your 2 inches. Then you come to your waistline. The waist is 36. That's 8.5 divided by 4. You add your 2 inches. Seam allowance. Then you go to your hips line. The hips is 40 divided by 4. That will give us 10. You add your 2 inches seam allowance to it. So with this, you're good to go. You just join your points. One thing, this should not be sharp edged. Then one thing you're to notice that if you really want yours to be really pensed, like myself, I don't like pens dress. It could tear off. That's why I did this form of oval shape at the back, this circular shape. If you want it to be really pens, you could go in by 1 inch from the hips line. But if you don't want it to be pens like myself, you can just come in straight. So that's a pencil dress with Shaku Shaku sleeve. It was really fun on Facebook. So this is the front panel. Front panel. This is the front panel. So with this, we go to the back panel. It's just as easy as A and B and C. So the back panel, it's very, very easy to. Back panel, never mind, I'll be using it this way. So the back panel, one thing you have to take note of the back panel first is your zipper allowance. The allowance for your zipper. So you take 1 inch zip allowance across board down to the dress length. This is the normal dress length. So I'm gonna make it snappy. Remember, this is an unedited version of the video today that we're having on Facebook. We're coming to YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at SETRO Fashion School. On Instagram, SETRO Fashion. Twitter, SETRO Fashion. Then watch our live stream Lagos Fashion Week, October 16th to 18th. Eco Hotel and Suites. I forgot to mention the venue. Eco Hotel and Suites, for those of you that will be in Nigeria then, or you have people you want to watch. So you can watch us live from anywhere in the world. We'll be streaming it live. SETRO Craft channel is part of the official partners of Lagos Fashion Week 2018. So please, we want you to watch and watch and watch. So this is the zipper allowance. So we start, we already know that after the zipper allowance, these are origin. So we start from there. We take the normal measurements, the burst line, you get it out. Burst line, just as we did in front, we used 10.5. The on the burst, we did 14, trying to make it snappy. 18 for the half length or waistline. Then 27 for the hips line, where you take the hips measurement. If you don't know how to take proper measurements, I have a video to that effect. Just search on SETRO Craft channel how to take measurements. You see it there. Then you rule out this measurement parameters. This is the back panel. That's the burst line. This is the on the burst. This is the waistline. And this is the hips line. Let me explain this. At the back, in front, we did what? We took 4.25 inch because of sewing allowance. The back, as you can see my back, there is no bust measurement at the back, and so many persons are always confused about these princess cuts at the back. There is nothing. It's just like the normal princess that you don't have to use anything, and the darts has to be closed. So you just use the 4 inches. By the time you're reducing, that's the nipple to nipple divided by 2. That's 4. By the time you sew it, turn to like 7 inches or 7.5. So the dart should be close together, no wide apart. So 4 inches across board to your hemline, because it's a princess cut pencil dress with Shaku Shaku sleeve. Don't mind Mr. SETRO, is the man behind the camera. I was the one telling me about Shaku Shaku sleeve. I don't know. Shaku. So you get this measurement. Never mind, this is an unedited video. I'm just repeating it over and over again. We were live on Facebook some minutes ago, so we decided to give you our subscribers too. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to SETRO Fashion School on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, SETRO Craft Academy. Follow us on Instagram, SETRO Fashion, Switzerland, do SETRO Fashion. Nice having you around. So we take our normal back measurements across back or shoulder, 7.5 added half inch, that's 8. So we're cutting on 8. If you don't know how to achieve this, watch my video to that effect, please. Do like our videos and share. Like, please, and share. So cutting this out, you just come to a midpoint here. Right now, you have to take note of this. On the back panel, it's not that curvy as the front panel. There is no bust there. So you just make it like as if it's almost straight. Can you see that? So it's not curvy. There is no curve at the back. So with this, you're going to take a very slight, just like one line dart on both sides, like 1/4 inch. If you don't know how to read the tape, this 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, but I might not even allow it to get to 1/4 inch on both sides, such that the effect is not really seen. So with this, you know that just straighten it out. Can you see that? So you can just straighten it up to align. So that is really insignificant at the back because there is no bust shape at the back. So with this, let me just cut out then take the normal basic measurement. mind you this, you could add 1 inch extension on this armhole at the back as well, such that in case there is any fall while you're joining, it will accommodate that fall for those that are not really perfect at joining. So this is how the back panel looks like. You do what we did at the back. At the front panel, you notch the burst, on the burst position, the waist position, just like that. I don't want you to take your time. So how will you take your measurement? Just like we did in the front, you overlap the waistline by 1/2 inch this way. Then you take your measurement. So just like we had in front, the burst was 9. Then we had there 2 inches. Then the underburst was 8. That's 32 divided by 4. We added 2 inches. The bust was 38 divided by 4. So the waist is 36 divided by 4. That's 8.5. We added 2 inches. And the hips was 40 divided by 4, 10. We added 2 inches. And that's all. Just as easy as A and B and C. So those people that were asking me the princess cut, I said don't worry, I'm going to do another video to that effect. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to start it so that you know how to do it. The princess cut is as easy as A and B and C. So just have it this way. So with this, you have your princess cut pencil dress back panel, just like that. It's as easy as A and B and C. So let me have your comments in the box below. My Shaku Shaku sleeve. I know you want to know the making of my Shaku Shaku sleeve. Yeah, the making of my Shaku Shaku sleeve, I'll just explain that to you in a few seconds with this. The Shaku Shaku sleeve, you can see it's what? Just achieve your basic sleeve this way. Let me try to use this what is called BFF. And before I forget, I told those on Facebook, this is what is called wording or visible pellon for those of you out there in other countries. So this was what I applied to this chest. That was applied to the chest that made it stand this way, this wording. So to make it firm and grippy this way, this is the soft wording, visible pellon. You just do it this way. Let's say this is your fabric. This is your fabric. Your fabric will be on fold. So you place this way. And you place your fabric and get the measurement. So you take it this way. You know it's on fold. Up to your underburst point. So you cut it out. Then you come to this other part as well. You cut out also up to your underburst point so that you use the gum to gum into it, and you're good to go. You'll be really, really okay with that. So with this, let me just cut out this, and for the front panel as well. cut out the excess. So you have the front panel this way, and you have the back panel just like so. When you're sewing, you make sure you're joining this way. You join there this way. You'll be using this to pull down. You make sure that the notched points of this bust points agrees to the notch point. That's just it. So you start joining here this way. You'll be pulling it just like that. So that's how to achieve this and come out with this Shaku Shaku sleeve pencil dress. So I was trying to explain the sleeve to you before I remembered that. So you just do your sleeve this way, achieving your normal sleeve. Remember, this is from the shoulder point to this length. You have about 11 inches. Then the round sleeve is about 11 as well. So before you know, affix your Shaku Shaku to it. Shaku Shaku of Mr. SETRO. So let's just say this 11 and a half. That's the sleeve length. So you just achieve your sleeve this way. You see it. So you make sure it's a round sleeve 9. Have you seen it? Round sleeve 9. So that's 8 plus 8, 18. So round armhole, I mean. The round sleeve mouth is 11. So that's 5 and a half plus quarter for joining. So you just have it this way. I don't mind my drawing. So having it this way right now, to achieve your Shaku Shaku, let me draw out the flower. You could use any fabric. You could use any fabric of your choice. Maybe the as, but it's got to have a pattern. Please don't mind my don't mind my flower. It's got to have a pattern such that you will trace out the pattern. Look at how this was done. Look at this. So it's what I was tracing. You see, you trace it out. So you can see what I wanted to tell you. In tracing it out, you don't trace exactly on the line. You leave this length of inch for sewing. I'll show you how you sew it right now. So you just trace out this. I don't want to waste your time. This. So you trace it out this way. You can see what I'm doing. I'm leaving some part of the edges so that it could be joined. So after sewing that way, I think I had my lining here. I used on Facebook. So you quickly cut it out. You make sure you trace and you leave space. So when you have the flower pattern this way, see how this was done. You can see that you're not seeing. You now take your lining, right side facing the lining this way. You stitch it. You stitch it. You stitch it. Then you leave a little part whereby you use a sharp object to use to turn it out. Once you turn it out, it comes this way. You not see the stitches. And another part is if you have a phonics machine, you just use it to stitch the edge. You will not need to line it either ways. So having gotten that, you now achieve it. This is your sleeve. You affix it on this round sleeve length this way. You affix it. The flowers will be this way. You affix it. You affix it this way. You join it. So by the time you are through with joining, it will come down just as you have it. Shake it this way, Shaku Shaku sleeve. Then you now use your lining to turn the sleeve, and you have your Shaku Shaku sleeve pencil dress. I don't want to take more of your time on YouTube, so it's nice having you around. Please like this video, share, like and share. Then follow us on Facebook for freebies at SETRO Fashion School. Yes, Instagram, SETRO Fashion.